Groundwater Conservation District spells it with the wrong one word.
We're live.
And y'all do too, right?
We are
live. Good evening. Oh no.
Like live.
Live. Okay.
Oh.
We all thought we were live.
Just slow.
We are live.
Thank you. Good night.
Y'all just missed it. We had a live rendition kicking off the show tonight. Singing a little early, but I'm sure we'll save a little for you at the
Hey,
end.
that'd be a good.
Well, that was a fine song.
That'd be a good question, man.
Yeah.
Welcome to the fifth edition of Chamber Picks. We're down here live at the Chamber office in downtown Uvalde. And we welcome y'all, everybody that's watching. Sorry we were running just a little bit late. We had a few technical difficulties. I want to welcome our two guests tonight. Of course, I'm Jay Carnes, your host, and these are my cohorts up here. And we have two guests with us. We have Miss Victoria Dury.
Hello.
Good evening.
Hey.
Class of 2009.
Class of 2009, another Uvalde alum. And filling in for Nano Tafoya tonight, we have Mr. Joe Tom Havey.
Volleyball.
Joe Tom, you're also here kind of representing the Uvalde Athletic Booster Club.
I am.
Give us a couple minutes of what's going on with the Athletic Booster Club this year.
Couple minutes.
Or
That's
a couple
little-
seconds. Or,
Yeah, no, I am here for the Booster Club, and we are a group of individuals. We're not really affiliated with the school, but we are there to help out and to give back to our teams and back to our athletes, our student athletes. But we need membership. We need more people involved. And so we have three ways for you to get involved. We have a $25 membership, which gets you a yard sign and recognition, and then you'll be on the email and you'll get to hear what we're doing. And we invite you to come to the meetings and see exactly what we're doing. There's a $35 membership. $5 of that goes to the team of your choice. So if you have a child that plays volleyball or football or swimming, then you can designate that $5 to go to that. Then we have a $50 membership, which, that's the one we were encouraging you to do. The $50 membership is you get at all varsity home football games, you get a free popcorn. Can't beat that, And $5 goes to the team of your choice. And it just gives us more money to work with. So far this year, and to take you back real quick, when Jay Allen and I and several other group of people, and let me just tell you, Brooke and Veronica and Jasenia and Miss Massey and all these ladies that are doing it, they're such amazing ladies, and they work so hard on this. this organization. But anyway, we were handed money a couple years ago, I think, Jay, and it was a small amount. And we were like, oh my gosh, COVID had set in and we didn't have a lot of stuff going on. And because of all of our boosters and because of all of our stuff and our concession stands, we've really been able to grow that. So we're fixing to pay out for our fall teams this year, $2,500, right, Jay? I think it's what we agreed on, $2,500. So we're going to pay out almost $20,000 to our fall programs, being football, tennis, cross country. We incorporated cheerleading this year. I can't remember what all the other fall groups are, and not that they're not important, but anyway, we're gonna get them paid out, and then we'll pay out our spring after that. We also have a scholarship fund. Our scholarship fund, we were able to give 6 student athletes, or not even athletes, 6 students last year, $2,200 más o menos a piece for their deal. We gave away around $12,000. We will be having a fundraiser coming up. We're not quite at the release. We're working on it. We're working on what it's going to be
released soon.
Yeah, and so we'll get that out really quick and as soon as we can, and because we want to be able to give that. We have Victoria helped us with a group of.
The Corporate Cup,
Yeah, the
Skyway
Corporate Cup,
Entertainment's
and they're
Corporate Cup.
donating back to us. And so we've been really blessed, and we've made some money here, and we've got things going in the right direction, but we need more. And here's the incentive also to get you, if you, let's say you're a volleyball parent, you have a student athlete, and if everybody on that team, if all the parents are a member of the Uvalde Booster Club, they'll get an extra $500 at the end of the year. Coaches can do what they want to with that money. And by means is, maybe they need a new net for volleyball, or maybe they need something that's just not in the budget. So when we give this money, it's for that coach. And I guess it can be used towards meals. It can be used towards other little things. But mainly what we're trying to do is just build our athletics up, because we've kind of been shut down a little bit. And the last thing I want to say is there's a great culture change going on in our athletics. Coach Miller is the right man for the job. With everything that's going on, he's been nothing but head and shoulders above everybody else, and we're really headed in the right direction. So, if you can come be a part of it. Also, Friday night, we will have program sales there. If you can stop by and buy a program, all this money goes back into our fund so that we can give back to the kids. So
the program is the biggest fundraiser.
Yeah,
for the Booster Club, and it's been that way for years.
Right, because our fundraiser the other fundraiser we were talking about that'll be is strictly for 100% goes to scholarship funds. Yeah. So that's strictly for the more we have, and your child doesn't need to be a athlete. They, when our scholarship is open for you to turn in your essay and to turn in your stuff, that's for everybody at the high school. You don't have to be a student athlete. We do have a rubric. Fancy word, rubric. We do have a rubric that if you're involved and you are, you've been doing stuff, your child gets more points. And, of course, we can't give a scholarship to everybody, but this rubric is set and you can build up. So that's why we want you to be a part of it. We want you to come and work in the concession stands and just come around, because once you get around it, you're going to see what a culture change is going on.
Yeah, and I'll mention 2 things real quick. You're talking about Coach Miller, and everybody. They think of Coach Miller, they think about our high school football coach. He's not just our high school football
Absolutely.
coach. He's our athletic director, and he has really been running that department where you're right. There's a culture change coming.
I truly believe it.
And so, yes, the Booster Club supports all sports. It's not a football booster club. And just like Coach Miller he's got a daughter played volleyball, so it's for parents. The Booster Club is for parents of all sports: basketball, volleyball, whatever. Get involved.
Tennis.
Great organization.
We
It's
have
been
an
here for
amazing
years.
tennis program.
We have an
Ramsey,
amazing
man. Coach.
getting golf. too.
Absolutely, yeah.
Yeah, amazing coach for sure.
Yeah, I've actually.
So yeah, and they've been doing it for years. I used to, get a lot of help from the Booster Club when I was the golf coach.
Right.
So
Yeah, the coaches do anything from buy basketballs. I know one of them that bought basketballs. They use it for buses and all kinds of stuff to help support our athletes here in Uvalde. So, great organization.
Yes, sir. Actually, real quick, I just got to. I was able to volunteer last Thursday at the freshman JV football game.
Y'all were
My
slaying.
son's on the basketball team, incoming freshman, and yeah, it was busy. But I mean, it's so much fun, you know. I mean, I remember he was like, I don't want to go. He had a blast, man. You know, they're just making memories and stuff. So yeah, if you get a chance to volunteer, do it. I'll definitely be there. So yeah. Yes, sir.
Well, thank you. Thank you for both of you being here tonight. We appreciate it. Do want to thank LMG Productions again for having us and hosting us and bringing this to y'all. Once again, the Chamber Business of the Month is the Briscoe Garner Museum, located at 333 North Park. We've got that on there this week. So anyway, if you've got a second, stop on by. Chamber also works in conjunction with the Leader News and the Leader News Weekly Pick'em page.
There it is.
And there it is. Please play along with us. I think James Bolts has all of us playing along this week too, and wants us to fill this out before we leave tonight. Anyway, please do so, and you can also pick up your Leader News football posters either at the Leader News, but I think we have some now here at the Chamber office, so please stop on by and pick those up. Couple of other announcements. Remember, UvaldeRadio.net. They bring you the games on Friday night if you can't be there. This week is a home game. Please try to be there. Pack the stands. I think the football team really enjoyed the packed house 3 weeks ago, and so a nice packed house against Divine would be great.
Yep,
but if you can't be there, please listen on UvaldeRadio.net.
Yep, Alan Pops. Alan Pops.
And also, we'll have a Chamber will throw up there, if you've gotten to listen to Lone Star Gridiron Network's podcast weekly with Coach Miller. That's a great 15-minute listen. It's not a big chunk of time out of your day, and then it's brought to you by the guy's name is Sideline the Sideliner. I think that's his handle, his website, his Facebook, and he does a good job. He struggled with the name Uvalde there for a little bit, but he really knows his high school football.
Please correct him, guys.
Yes, I think Coach Miller's worked on that. He mentioned that last week.
I don't mean him. I mean anyone.
Anyone, yes. Not Uvalde.
No.
Not Uvalde.
Coyotes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We just had a guy from the New Yorker at our church was anyway, and Becky Cap straightened him out pretty quick. I'm telling you, she told him how to say Uvalde. Balde.
It seems like that's something that's gone on forever and will continue to go on forever. So there'll be plenty of people, I think, to continue to correct there. We had a great response on our T-shirts, our Chamber T-shirts now that we nicely Ben White showcased last week. We do not have one for you tonight to showcase, but they are for sale. It just popped up there. They are for sale down here at the Chamber office, and so come on by and buy those. So.
Aren't
That
great?
isn't. Y'all made Uvalde's skyline look like a Vegas or like San Antonio or something. It's amazing. It's our water tower, but it does look like Tower of the Americas. It's amazing.
That's what Willie called it.
I love it.
And the Alamo right to the left. Davy Crockett. Let's go.
He might have stopped by.
All right.
Might have.
Anything else? Are y'all ready to get started on that?
Let's
go.
Let's go. All right. Well, maybe just a little recap of last week. We need a special shout out. We have something that I mean, coaches, if they go from 3-9 to 9-3, they get paid millions of dollars. And so we had one of our pickers that had a rough week 2 weeks ago, but he was tied for first place this week with Miss Elliott, Mrs. Elliott, Mama Jan, and I think our absentee was here. No, he was 8-4. I don't know. He's not here tonight, so we need to document a game or two, and
he might
give
go
him a hard time.
Minimum.
Anyway, let's go ahead and get started. Let's start with our NFL games. First game we've got tonight is Houston at Chicago. Mr. Edwards, you want to start off with that one?
Yeah, sure. Houston's got to win one sometime. I'm going to pick them this week.
I picked Houston too.
I'm going to pick them this week.
Right on, man. Well, with two kiddos, and I got to tell you that one of them's got a birthday tomorrow. I'll get to that with the A&M pick. But yeah, I had to go to my buddy in Dallas, Bob McMahon. He was a Detroit fireman, and he's now a fireman up there, and he is in the NFL and all about it. So he told me to go Texans. So let's go.
Awesome.
Thank you, Bob.
Awesome.
Rolling you, buddy.
Good advice. Good advice. Yeah, I think it's going to be an ugly game. Little offense. I do believe the Texans will get the first one of the season. Just watching the Bears in that Sunday night game this last Sunday was brutal. I just want to make a plea to the Commissioner Goodell, for the love of Pete, please, no more Packers versus Bears in the primetime slot. Please. Texans.
I think his name's Roger, not Pete.
Yo, oh, did I say Pete?
No, except for the love
for the love of Pete, yes.
Oh, yeah.
Pete Rozelle. No. It's rolling his grave.
Yeah, that's been some ugly games there. I'll buck the trend. I'm going to go Chicago on this one.
Yeah, I did.
You're just trying to make up.
Okay, Houston and Chicago. Hey, why not Houston?
Houston.
Well, I hate to go against Houston because of all they've done for us, but I thought the first week I was like, wow, they played the Colts. Colts are really good. And I just realized the Colts are terrible. So,
Wrong.
So that was bad. So I'm going to go with Chicago.
Yeah, I thought Chicago's offense was a mess. So maybe that, but still, they're at home. I'm my son from another mother. Sorry, Roland, but I'm going to go with the Bears.
And I picked the Texans because I can see a friend's face glaring at me if I didn't. Fun fact, you know what the Houston Texans used to be before they were the Texans? Y'all probably all know.
Yes, we all know.
Because wasn't it?
You're on a
It was
pick-up.
recently, right? Like it was like, what, 20 years ago?
15 years
yeah.
ago.
20 years ago.
Yeah.
Because
That's pretty recent now in my life.
yeah, well,
It is
the older you get, the more
Yeah.
recent it is. Yeah, the
Yeah.
Oilers.
Well, they're a Texans or Houston family, and but when they split, the son roots for, I guess, Tennessee.
Tennessee,
Yes,
yeah.
he roots for Tennessee, so now they're a divided house, but they're hard Texans family.
Well, there's another connection to that. When Roland his first internship was with Tennessee.
Yeah, yes, ma'am.
Yeah.
That's true.
And his dream was for that connection with Houston to get back to Houston. So pretty cool story.
Yeah, that was a sad day when the Oilers
Yeah, that was-
left Tennessee.
I agree.
There were a lot of Oiler fans left hanging, but got the Texans. So our next game is the 0-2 Las Vegas Raiders at the 0-2 Tennessee Titans. Tennessee's a 2-point favorite. Mr. Edwards?
Yeah, I couldn't name you a player on the. I'm going to Las Vegas because I like Las Vegas more than I like Tennessee. It's a lot more fun, man. Tennessee. What are you gonna do?
Yeah. Old Tannehill looked terrible. Henry, big old John Henry, that running back, Derrick Henry, looked horrible on Monday night. They didn't put up a fight. So I got to go Raiders.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with the Raiders on this one. Just real surprised that both these teams haven't won a game yet. I know it's only we're going on week 3, right? Yeah. So, little side note, I feel like Tannehill kind of holds back the Titans sometimes. I don't know. That's just my opinion.
How many NFL football teams are there now?
32.
32.
Mhm.
So I think Tannehill's the 33rd best quarterback out there right now.
Hey, he was a hell of a receiver at A&M.
He was. Yeah, I'm going to go Las Vegas. I'm going to go Las Vegas too.
And he was better than
Vegas.
Rod Johnson.
Yeah.
Just saying.
On this game on Vegas and Tennessee, I got stats on 49.4 with Vegas.
Looks good.
Looks good.
Money line.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I'm going to take Tennessee because of Tannehill because he played at Miami. Miami's like the Cleveland on a peninsula. I mean, everybody that went there, it was where people went to end their careers,
Yeah.
And when he got to Tennessee, he had actually pretty good career there. So the Raiders, I like Derek Carr, good Christian man. I mean, he's a stand-up guy, but I'll take Tennessee.
I'm going with the Titans also, and they're home. No other real big reason, but I'm going with the Titans.
I went with Tennessee because I just got back from Vegas and I did not have a good time.
Yes, there you go.
That's-
Tennessee's more my
Yeah.
speed, too. I'm going to go Tennessee, yeah. Send me to Tennessee.
All right, our next NFL game of the night is the 1-1 Green Bay Packers at the 2-0 Tampa Bay Buccaneers. I think the Buccaneers are a slight favorite, but should be good. When we start down at the other end of the table, you want to go
Tampa
first,
Bay.
Victoria?
That's who I chose. Tampa Bay.
Yeah, I'm going with the Buccaneers, too.
Wow. You know, I don't know. It seems like Tom Brady's trying out for thinner, or you know, or some Stephen King movie that I can't pronounce or can't think of. I mean, either that or he's just he's in such bad shape with his wife that he's just, you know, you see men that are having trouble with their marriage and they just got that look, that death look. You know, and Tom's got that death.
I slept on the couch
Yeah,
last
he
night.
just that look like it's all over. It's over. And so I'm gonna take, and as much, God, you know, Rogers looks like oh gosh, Nicolas Cage from in Con Air, you know, when he walks up in a white beater and long hair, and I'm like, geez, but I'll take Green Bay.
I'll tell you what, a lot of Tampa Bay Buccaneer fans, they're all going for Brady. But I just have a feeling that Aaron can pull it. He can pull this game. So hopefully, I'm going to go with Green Bay.
Yeah, both these teams struggled a little early on, more than you would have thought they would have. But it looked like Green Bay kind of figured something out last weekend. So yeah, I'm going to go with Green Bay too. Plus the Uvalde quarterback, his favorite quarterback, favorite team in the NFL is Green Bay. So I'll pick Green Bay for Uvalde quarterback there.
Cool. All right. Yeah, I was kind of back and forth with this one. You got two great future Hall of Fame quarterbacks. Going head to head again. I think this is their sixth meeting. I probably would have gone with the Bucks before I found out that they might be without their top three wide receivers and a couple of offensive linemen for this game, possibly. So just looking at that and the way the Packers played against the Bears Sunday night, I'm going to go with the Green Bay.
All right. Yeah, no, honestly, last week I would have picked New Orleans had Jay not picked Tampa Bay because I need to keep level with him, and I'm glad I didn't. But I got to go Tampa Bay here too. I know that Mike Evans is out, but brother Bob McMahon up in Dallas, man, he's high on the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. So is Meemaw with some Tom Brady. So let's go, Meemaw. Tom Brady, Tampa.
You know, I can't imagine two teams that have quarterbacks that I despise any more than these two quarterbacks. I can't stand either one of them. So, but I'm going to go with Tampa Bay.
Great disdain.
All right. Our last NFL game that we have on our slate is the San Francisco 49ers at 1-1, visiting the Denver Broncos, both at 1-1, and that's on Sunday Night Football. So
Sunday night.
I don't cheer for anything California, so I went Denver.
So honest.
I normally do. I normally do.
The rest of us kind of beat around the bush. This is why, and this
That's
is what I'm
it.
picking.
That's fine.
Denver may get it together, but 49ers are looking better than Denver anyway. So I'm going with the 49ers.
Ooh, yeah. I mean, it's I don't know. Denver, Russ is a good quarterback. I mean,
I thought he was going to take off for them, and
I did too. And then now I like Jimmy G on San Francisco better than I did like Lance. Playing up there Sunday night, there'll be plenty of Coors Light, Coors drink, and it'll be a rowdy crowd.
Colorado Kool-Aid.
Yeah, so I think I'm going to take Denver.
I'll tell you what, both teams are 1-1. My stats go with 52.0% with Denver.
Yeah, Denver. Wow. Done your research tonight. I've got San Francisco circled, but after that, hearing that, I'm going to go Denver too. You can't go against it.
Can't go against 52 overwhelming percent.
Well,
I'm going to go Denver on this one.
Yeah, I guess 52% enough for me. Yeah, I think Trey Lance is the future, but I think the Niners right now at this point are going to be better with Jimmy G. I think it's going to be a blessing in disguise. Unfortunately, he got hurt. You never want to see anybody get hurt, but Russell Wilson, I'm just waiting for him to get it on the same page with his new teammates and stuff. Once he does, they're going to fly. But at this point, I think the 49ers are going to take it. They just got better weapons. So, Niners.
Now, for sure, what was it, 2 weeks ago when your offensive coordinator chooses to kick a field goal with
62.
Yeah, with 62-yard field goal with 30 seconds left on the clock,
Russell
and it's fourth
Wilson
and
on
what,
on
4?
your bench.
Yeah, with Russ. Yeah.
With Russell Wilson, who you traded for that position to do what he's supposed to do right there, and you choose to go with your field goal kicker. Something ain't right.
And not even at home.
Yeah,
On the road.
And so I got to go with Jimmy G because they are already looking better with him. And then the whole Denver Broncos deal, and they go throwing incomplete pass. I always thought it was I can't breathe, but it's incomplete. But I thought it was because it was a mile high. And they were making fun of somebody. I didn't know. So I can't breathe, but it's going to be a 49ers.
It reminds me of a joke, but I can't tell it right now.
Probably
No,
not.
I'm telling you, Russell Wilson, he's finally getting used to that altitude, and I think he's gonna.
I can't breathe.
Yeah, he can breathe now. He told the coach last week, "I can breathe, coach." So I'm going to Denver.
All
Well,
right.
we're really divided on that one.
All right. Well, we're pretty divided on that pick. It seems like. All right. We'll move on to our first college pick of the night. An old Southwest Conference rivalry. We've got 3-0 Arkansas at in Dallas against 2-1
And
A&M.
the Death Star.
I found it interesting. A&M's actually a 2-point favorite in this game.
Don't know how.
So anyway, Mr. Edwards.
Being too modest, man.
Yeah, I think Arkansas is overdue in this game, and so I'm going to go with the Hogs here.
Woo! Big Suey.
Suey.
That's not my pick, though.
Yeah, no.
Why we couldn't guess that, James.
Arkansas whipped our rear end last year, but we had 4 knucklehead true freshmen that were supposed to be really good last week that decided they were going to sneak out and go to a party. So Jimbo, props to him for benching them and not letting them play at all, and they still got the job done. I don't think Miami's as good as everybody else thinks Miami was. That wasn't a really good showing, but I do think that we take care of business. And like I said, my youngest son's name is Jagger, and he's been hearing Aggie football, and my wife calls him Jaggy. So every time he thinks we're talking to him, Jaggy football. So that's Jimbo. We're going to trademark that for when he's playing for you. But Aggies, yes, Jaggy football.
Right. Awesome. Yeah, I'm gonna go with the Aggies on this one at Jerry World. I just, I'm sure you weren't impressed with the way they won last week, but to me, just to come back after losing to Appalachian State, it might not have been impressive, but it impressed me. So I think it'll carry over, and I think they'll pull off the upset. I'm just calling it upset because they are ranked higher. Arkansas is ranked number 10.
Yeah, 10, 23.
Yeah, 23. So I think the Aggies are gonna pull it off.
Yeah,
From your lips to God's ears, brother.
Unfortunately, I think they still got a quarterback problem.
I do too.
And I think Arkansas is going to be able to score more than Miami was.
Oh, I think
They're
so
going to look
too.
better than that. So yeah, I see Arkansas winning this game.
Well, I'll tell you what, Arkansas is 3-0 and Texas 2-1. I got 57.8% on Texas A&M.
Thank you.
It's about them assholes. So what did you choose, John?
A&M.
A&M.
You bet-
Yeah, Joe Tom changed
picked
his
Texas.
pick.
I'm not changing my
You
pick.
picked Texas to beat Arkansas.
No, I'm not changing mine. The Aggies, I think they probably do have a little bit of a quarterback problem, but the kid from LSU that transferred, we got his brother as a tight end. He
And a
came
dad-
in. I mean,
Dad, Super Bowl winner.
Yeah, I mean, he came in, he did well. The only thing I like about Arkansas is their coach. And if you listen to him in an interview, he's like somebody you would see at Ruby's, before the gentrification of Ruby's now, before he got on, but he's a good guy. But I will say the Aggies are, they played very well against Arkansas at Jerry World. Most of the time, they needed it. It doesn't matter. We beat Arkansas. They're number 10. A&M will move to 22. Arkansas will fall to 11. I mean, It's just the way it works in the system. So it is what it is. But I'll take the Aggies.
Yeah, well, okay. I'm going to go with Arkansas. I think the blockers will stand against the Ags, and I just the power inside and the speed outside. Outside, I'm going with Arkansas.
Gig 'em.
Okay,
It's short and
short and sweet. Our next college game, another Old Southwest Conference rivalry. It may be the last one played in a while. We've got 2-1 Texas visiting 2-1 Texas Tech. I think Texas is a 6.5 point favorite in this game. Senior Goat.
I'm gonna have to pick Tech for my my godson Miller Carnes is up there, so I'm gonna pick Tech.
Well, thank God you did, because as much as I want to, for Mama Jan, for my boy Pat Green,
You're still trying to win this thing, aren't you?
Pat
for
Green.
everything, man. Sorry, Pat, but man, I gotta go with the tea-sipping hippies, man. Sorry. I mean, they better get their fill of the horns down police, because when they get to the SEC, that don't matter, because they'll be doing it all day long. So let's go. Let's go. They're hippies, tea-sippers.
Yeah, it's gonna be a good game. Tech is gonna try and avenge that loss last year. They hung 70 on them. Wow, I totally forgot about that until I read it this afternoon. I think they might have their QB back, right? They're saying they might be
they are
back.
talking
Maybe
the Texas QB will be back in this game. That's a rumor.
Yeah,
but it's
maybe
still up in the air, right? Yeah.
No.
Maybe. Well, either way, whether he's there or not, it's going to be a tough environment to play in Lubbock, but I think the Longhorns are going to pull it out. Yeah.
Yeah, I think Texas coach, he's kind of likes the gamemanship. So I think he's released that a little bit. I don't think you can quite count on that. He likes to see if he can one up the other coach. I think Texas goes up to Lubbock. Thank God it's not at night. Weird things happen in Lubbock at night. This is a day game, so I'll go with Texas.
But Joey McGuire's doing good stuff at Tech, though. That's
Texas with 80.5%. So, Texas.
Wow.
Longhorns.
Big favorites.
Well, so the game, it's not at night.
No, it's
No,
not
it's
at
at
night. It's at
2:30.
2:30 in the afternoon.
Yeah,
But
that
it
makes-
is sold out.
That's a big difference.
It is sold out.
It is sold out.
Tech always plays them tough, and whoever plays at home is tough. I mean, in that particular deal, and you would think from watching A&M and Texas over the last years not playing that everybody would get away from this stupid thing of not playing each other. They would just find a way. I heard Oklahoma State and Oklahoma are not going to play after next year or whenever they come to the SEC, and that's ridiculous because it hurts the fans and it hurts the way things are going. But with that being said, at home, I'm going to take Tech.
I'm going to split my time between high school barbecue, regional, and O'Donnell, and I'll be at the game. So I'm going with my Red Raiders.
Oh, I didn't know you were going to be at the game.
Yeah. I mean, Texas has only beat us like 54 times to our 17.
Yeah, but
maybe
Michael
this will be
Crabtree's
18.
You never know.
Michael Crabtree's going to be there.
Yeah, he will.
So,
Well, I'm betting this is the 55th time, so I'm going Texas. Sorry.
No problem.
O'Donnell, did you say you're going to be in O'Donnell?
Yes, I'll be in O'Donnell.
Wow. Home of
And Lubbock.
Janice McCarter. She's
That's
an
right.
O'Donnell girl.
That's right.
All right, our next college game we've got the 1-2 Fighting Irish of Notre Dame at the 3-0 North Carolina Tar Heels. North Carolina's a favorite, but not by much, actually. Just a 1.5 point favorite at home. So, Mrs. Victoria, give us your words of wisdom on this one.
I don't know either of these teams. I just love the word Notre Dame, and I think of the movie Rudy, obviously. But I went North Carolina because they're 3-0, so I figured that was no. I don't think of the Hunchback. I think of Rudy.
he was also on that team with Rudy.
No, I went North Carolina because they're 3-0, so that seemed like a good bet.
I think Notre Dame needs a little Rudy this year, it seems like.
Yeah, needs a Rudy.
Manti.
I mean, Marshall beat him at home, and I'm not saying anything against Marshall, but I think the edge is in coaching, and so I'm going with North Carolina.
Yeah, that's Mac Brown, right?
Matt
I mean,
Brown.
Mac gets you ready for a big game.
Yeah.
I mean, there's one thing about it, he gets you. And whether Notre Dame could be 0-3 coming in here, it's still a big
It's a
game.
big
It's
game,
Notre
yeah.
Dame. You
Yeah,
play in Notre
it
Dame.
is.
Mac's he's gonna have them ready. I'm gonna take North Carolina.
North Carolina, Notre Dame, North Carolina with 98.5%.
Well, there they have it. They
I
have
think
spoken.
that I
I'm gonna
picked
go-
all the same ones that Mr. Kano has. I think I have the exact same, and I did not look at your paper, sir.
Oh,
He's only got 2 words for you. Looking good.
Yeah.
I'm going to go with North Carolina also.
Yeah, Tar Heels all the way. Even though the Irish, they kind of underachieved so far, it'd be big for the Carolina program to get this win, regardless. Go Tar Heels.
For sure. This is one of those games where you feel like Notre Dame's going to actually like be Notre Dame for once. But with the yardage, I mean, Tar Heels are averaging almost 1,000 yards for the season already. And then Notre Dame's only like just shy of 400. So I got to go with Mac Brown.
Yeah, I'm going to go with North Carolina. My son went to school up there, and I'm going to tell you, in Chapel Hill, you can get the best BLT sandwich you've ever had in your life. At Merritt. So I'm just thinking about that sandwich. And
Sounds like a challenge there.
go Tar Heels.
Tar Heels.
Road trip. Our last college game is, and then we have another thank you shout out to Mr. Bowles. Before we do this, I need to go back to my page here real quick. Our Uvalde athlete college game last week was Trinity at TOU. Trinity hung one on TOU. It was 52-14.
Oh, wow.
Now Trinity must be pretty stout this year.
They're really good.
This week, our Uvalde athlete game we've got the McMurray Warhawks at the Southwestern Pirates. McMurray has, be a sophomore, Zach Lambert. He wears number 21. He's a wide receiver. Not a wide receiver. He's a defensive back and a running back for him. So, anyway, we'll pick this game, talk about it for a little bit. Mr. Edwards?
Yeah, no, McMurray. I have fond memories of McMurray when I was going to school at Howard Payne. We'd go there and play golf against McMurray and Hardin Simmons and
ACU.
ACU, yeah.
Yeah, what was that fourth, fifth answer, sir? Not being informed. I have no idea, but I did have a teammate that Ricky Luna, I think, played at McMurray for a little while. So let's go with that.
Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna go with McMurray also.
Yeah, they're actually 0-3, but I guarantee you it's at Georgetown, and so I guarantee you they're going to have a fan leaving in an RV from here the next 24 hours probably, and our great school board member Cal Lambert, and we'll be headed up there. So for Cal, McMurray's going to win this game.
I'll go with Merritt.
Yeah, I'm going to go McMurray. I was lucky enough to coach Zach in Pee Wee football, and he's just a good kid. He's just a good kid. That's all I can say about the guy. He's just a good kid. He's a hard worker. He had some struggles, and then he always cream rises to the top. He always finds a way to get back up there and get back in there and get back in there. And so he's and I've always pulled for him. He's one of my favorite. I spoke at his when he signed. I was able to speak at his signing, and I just love the kid, and I think I wish him the best of luck. So go Warhawks.
Well, I'm an Abilene girl, and so I'm going to go with McMurray, and I love Zach too. They changed. It used to be McMurray Indians. They caved to the Warbirds. But other than that, we're going to go with McMurray.
Jay Allen, you went off the paper.
Yeah, I know. We threw you a curveball.
I studied this.
Surprise!
So I don't know anything about. I recently found out McMurray is located in Abilene. I didn't know that. But a friend ran track from McMurray, so I guess I'll go with him. And all y'all said it. So
we don't know it
down
either.
for that
It's a
one.
surprise to
It's
us too.
I pulled it out of the air.
Well, this is-
you Uvalde athlete playing in college.
The technical information regarding football teams and their playing and all this stuff is not in my forte of skills. I was a cheerleader, but I was there for the skirt. So I know.
He had no idea what was going on.
I was like,
out there.
yay, we're winning. Look happy. That's about,
We'll take a quick break. I think we've got a knock at the door. Come in. Come in.
I hear knocking, but you can come in.
Grazie, Luigi. Grazie, Luigi.
We've got
What about?
What's up? Wave at the
Thank
camera.
Stand in front. You know, in front of them.
Get up here, yeah.
And there's a
Wave
camera.
at the camera.
And Luigi's is now a sponsor of the Chamber Picks, and will be bringing us pizza every Wednesday night.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Very good.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir.
Trying to do something for the community too. You know, they help me, so I have to help them too.
Good.
Well, thank you. We really appreciate it.
Grazie.
One hand has to help the other hand.
There you
There you
go.
go.
That's how it goes.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
All right, we enjoy the pizza.
Thank
you.
It's
We will.
a little bit lower, but we're really busy.
That's good.
It's more busy now.
Thank you.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Thank you.
All right.
That's awesome.
Smells good. Usually it's over there. It's getting a little close. We have to break into it early.
Well, I know.
And
And sometimes it's long. We ought to eat it now. We ought to
After
eat it
these
now.
messages.
It's gonna be next. That's
I wonder
next
who
week's shirt. Smells
I'm
good.
wondering
Smells
who
good.
could,
Smells good.
who could eat some pizza in this group. I think I'm going to go with the man down there
Smells
in the maroon. Looks good.
Smells good.
He looks like the one that would eat it.
All right. Our last, we'll stay down there with you, Miss Victoria.
so
Our
now I
last,
get to
our
say-
last college game. We've got Mr. Bolt's special. We've got Elon Phoenix 2-1, visiting the William and Mary Tribe at 3-0.
So I wish that you'd let me go last again, because I don't know. I probably can't curse. I don't know who the heck these people are.
Don't worry, we don't.
Like,
need
is it Elon Musk? Like, do they all drive Teslas?
Yeah.
Is it William and, like, where is
No
William and
charging
Mary?
Oh, William and Mary is one of the oldest schools in the nation. I mean,
Where
that's
are
a big
they?
deal. Well, back east is William and Mary, and Phoenix, I don't know.
All right,
It's in Phoenix.
I will do Phoenix because we don't go east either. So we'll do Phoenix.
No, they're both
When
in
you're
the
middle of the-
Oh no!
They're both in this. I think that I don't know what it stands for. The conference is a CA.
Which one's south of
It's
the
East
Mason-Dixon
Coast. It's all
line?
East Coast
yeah,
schools.
that's all
So
east.
Elon Phoenix.
I don't
is
know
an
about
East
Whichever
Coast-
one is more south, I'll go with them.
Elon Phoenix would be 3-0, but that Twitter deal.
Oh wait, no. Okay, hold on. No, I did circled on my paper William and Mary, so I'm gonna go with that one.
That's probably a good choice. I'm going with William and Mary also.
So William and Mary, I didn't even know they were Indian. So I'm gonna go with Phoenix riding. That sounded much better in my head. that's a big problem
Well,
of mine. Yeah. But anyway, I'm gonna go with Phoenix.
Let him try.
I'll go with William and Mary also.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with William and Mary. Looking at the name, I'm like, ask myself, why couldn't have Washington chosen the tribe instead of the Commanders? I don't know. Anyway, William and Mary.
That would have been a great one.
Yeah.
Yeah, the
Yeah,
tribe's
really.
definitely-
Washington
they-
tribe.
William and Mary
Washington
Indians
tribe,
and
yeah.
went to the tribe. Yeah, they've got one up on Washington.
Commanders.
Yeah, no,
Yes.
for sure. I'm gonna go with William and Mary too, but Elon. The only loss they have was to Vanderbilt, which I know is not saying much, but for a team I've never heard of,
Yep.
Yeah,
that if you look at the scores,
it was pretty close.
they're
Yeah.
pretty close. So it's going to be a close game. I have no idea about either team, but it's be close. So William and Mary, strap it on. 'cause
At
we need it.
home.
I'm going with Guillermo and Maria. Tribe is who I'm going with. Bill and Mary.
All right.
Guillermo, I like that name. I mean, that is my name.
That's the best name anyway. It is so cool.
Don't I look like a Guillermo?
Oh, absolutely. Yeah. That's the first thing I think when I see it.
Yes, yes.
Well, that does it for our college slate this week. Moving on to our high school games. We've got 3 high school games before our game of the week.
Okay, Willie, I want you to be careful on the first one. Very careful.
Oh, Mr. Edwards.
Our first game, we have the 4-0 Sabinal Yellow Jackets. They are an 8-point favorite at the 4-0 Charlotte Trojans.
Man, 8-point favorite. I was kind of leaning to that home team, but 8-point favorite. I'm gonna have to go with the Sabinalians.
Yeah, I'm going to have to go Sabinites too. You know.
Yep.
man, 4-0 teams, I'd have no. I mean, they're both scoring points, and then they're both being shut out at different points. I have no clue. So I'm just gonna keep it close to home and go Sabinalians.
Sabinalians.
Yeah, both 4-0. It's gonna be a great contest. 2 undefeated teams. I think the Jackets are gonna get the W though. Shout out to Richard Gonzalez, his son. He's playing lights out over there, quarterback, and I think he's free safety, right? Yeah, he's playing lights out on both ends. So yeah, go Jackets. Sabin nasty.
Yeah, they've got.
No, Pablo.
I think Sabin.
There was like 5 different iterations.
Yeah, right.
You could have gone Sabaton.
Send your emails to Pablo.
Uvaldecounty.com.
I think Mason was with the Betches.
Yeah, I think Sabinell's got something cooking over there. When you look at who they played, I think Sabinell's played a little tougher schedule than Charlotte, and so I think Sabinell comes out with a W on Friday night.
Looks good for Sabinell. 4-0.
Yeah, looks good, baby.
Yeah,
Look out, Charlotte.
Pablo was talking about their quarterback, Richard Reagan's. He's a great pitcher and baseball. The kid does it all on both sides of the ball at Sabinell. They've got a really good ball club over there. I think Lucas Chapman has a son playing. I think they have several people that go from Uvalde that play over there. So anyway, not because of that. They've got a really good ball club. So I'm going to go Sabinell.
Yeah, Stingham Jackets.
When I was in high school, I remember Charlotte being a maroon school color. So even though they're maroon, Sabinell is Uvalde County. I cannot cheer against them. So I will go Sabinell.
There you go.
All right, that's straight across the board for Sabinell. Don't let us down for any day.
Come on, Jackets.
Yeah.
They got they got the Dairy Queens back up.
Yeah. Everything's going
That
for
goes down is a hard thing.
Well, Nano told me that he was traveling with Sarah.
They went in and got a blizzard.
You got a lot of unscripted text and the rest of us.
Yeah. We thought he was just traveling overseas or something.
All right, our next high school game is the 3-1 Southside Cardinals at the 1-3 Medina Valley Panthers, but Medina Valley checks in as the favorite on this game. So,
Really?
Mr. Edwards,
I'm not buying it. I'm not. Medina Valley has not been impressive at all. I'm going to go Southside.
This is another toss-up for me. I have no earthly idea who Southside have been playing. They did play Somerset and lost, but then Medina Valley's almost lost everybody they played. So I went against Southside the first time they were on our sheet, so I'm going to go with them this time, Southside.
Yeah, I'm going to go with the Cardinals also. Medina Valley got their first win last week, 30-0 against Laredo Martin. What was it? Southside. They look good, even though, Southside Cardinals. They look good, even though they lost. Their only loss, like you said, was Somerset, 23-14 loss. I think Southside's going to win. Sorry, I had a brain fart there. So.
no. Well, I think Southside pulls off. This is a district game. These teams are already Southside's 2-0 in district, and Medina Valley's 1-1 with their win last week. So big district, but Southside Cardinals.
I'll tell you what, Southside 3-1. Let's go with Southside.
Well, I'm going to go with Southside. Medina Valley. Have you ever sat in stands with Medina Valley fans?
Yeah.
They're absolutely horrible.
They are. They're bad. Yeah.
They lose every game they play.
I always sit on the other side.
I can care less if they ever win a game again. They're like the Alamo Heights of Petrenko Road.
Oh my goodness.
That's all they are. They want to be the big fish. They want to be the shark in the water, but they're not the shark in the water. And so I'll take Southside.
Amen.
No caterings in Castroville right now, huh? I'm assuming.
No. I'm sure they're all calling me back like, we'll go a different direction.
I'm going with Southside.
Also Southside.
All right. Bring us to our last game before our game of the week. We've got The 4-0 Eagle Pass Eagles at the 2-2 San Marcos Rattlers. Eagle Pass is a big favorite in this. They're 16-point favorite.
16-point favorite.
This is Victoria. You want to?
Well, I was thinking about it quite a bit, and I was like, I could think San Marcos. Like, do they all play the same teams? Does San Marcos play like the bigger schools, or are they? They're all.
Yeah, they all play bigger schools, but I actually San Marcos. Their game last week was against Laredo School, so they're playing down. San Marcos is playing quite a bit down there. So
I feel like Eagle Pass is due a loss, so I'm gonna choose San Marcos. I just feel like it's fate is gonna have it that San Marcos is gonna win.
I'm going with the Eagles.
I think she's swinging a home run swing right there. I mean, you're going to be the champion of the whole week.
Yeah, right.
Are you talking me?
Yeah, if you hit, because I got a feeling everybody else is not going that way.
So you get a home
But
run
that's awesome.
if you're the winner.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, home run hitter.
You know, I had circled San Marcos, and I don't know why. I think, the Rattlers, and exactly, they used to play Westlake and all these guys, and you think, oh, man, maybe they just grabbed 2 losses against somebody that's really tough. But Eagle Pass is a pretty good ball club. I mean, so for that reason, I'll take Eagle Pass.
I'll tell you what, it looks good for Eagle Pass.
yeah, Eagle Pass, they're a tough team this year. It's going to be a tough out for anybody. Eagle Pass.
Yeah, the Eagles are 4-0. It's going to be a tough game. They are very tough on both sides of the ball. I just gotta agree with Victoria. I think they're due for a loss. I'm going with San Marcos on this one. This is more. I'm just going to give a shout out to my cousin. He's on the Rattlers marching band. Isaiah Rodriguez.
What does he play?
Saxophone.
I played the alto sax.
Saxophone's rule. Cousin Javier.
There you
Is that
are.
Javier?
The alto sax.
I almost took it just for
Yeah, that's why. That's really the main reason why my cousin lives with Javier Rodriguez, class of '93, baby. Wife Hilda. So yeah, go Rattlers, go band.
Okay, last time I checked, this wasn't a band pick'em show. So, I'm going to go ahead and take the Eagle Pass Eagles because they're 4-0, and they probably don't play any instruments, and I don't think it matters.
Eagle Pass has an amazing band.
Because the
They have a
last
great
2 games
marching
they had,
band.
they had 58-0 and 49-14. So Los Eagles, rah, rah, rah.
Well, if that's the case, Raiders ought to win every game. Texas Tech, best
have a
band,
great band.
the going band.
I
Okay,
think-
go ahead,
I
Willie.
think the Fight Tech
Your
Tech
turn.
had something to say about
Your
it.
turn,
Wait,
Willie.
I thought this was a band show. Now we got a band coming.
Well, if we're going to turn it into one. we might as
The
well.
chamber band picks.
The je ne sais quoi of football night and the fight song would not exist without the band.
That's true.
But the
We
game
can do
would
it
be
a
played
cappella.
anyway.
We can do it. Chance and I can do it a cappella.
Yeah.
They can. They absolutely
They
can.
can and
Right.
they will here in a second.
Send that football down. Okay, I had San Marcos circled because my first cousin used to be the head coach there back in right after the War of 1812. But yeah, I mean,
The band talk.
16 point. Yeah, I'm gonna go with Eagle Pass. Las Águilas.
Hey, Schaefer was in band.
Yeah,
He played the snare drum.
He was a.
Remember.
All right, that brings us to our game of the week. We've got Uvalde and Divine. We got a little intro here. No, not tonight. All right. This is actually the 36th meeting between Uvalde and Divine. And it's actually even up. It's 17-17-1.
Oh my
So they will be
goodness.
coming here for a tiebreaker on Friday night. Our trivia question for the week, we're going to have one trivia question. Winners are going to come down to the chamber office for a little swag. Uvalde had a coach come from Divine. This was his next gig. Name the coach.
Bum, bum, ba, bum, 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 ba, da, 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 da. I can. You want me to name it?
No.
Oh, I'm sorry.
All right, we'll leave it for our viewers for a little bit, but if
Okay.
they can't name it, I'll give them one hint. When he came here from Divine, his first game was against Divine.
Oh, wow.
Uvalde's first game was
hard.
against Divine, which Uvalde won. So that is our chamber question for tonight.
Oh, wow. That's good.
So yeah,
That's a
we've
good
got
one.
our game of the week. We got the 4-0 Divine War Horses visiting the 3-1 Uvalde Coyotes. Divine is a favorite in this, but I think they're due for something on Friday night. Mr.
Due
Edwards,
for
what
a
do you
loss.
Yeah, I think the fans are going to be there. Everybody's going to be pumped up. I guess on paper it looks like it'll probably be a defensive struggle. I don't think that Divine's given up many points this year, and the Coyotes have played pretty tough defense too. But I think the Coyotes are going to do it at home. Go Coyotes!
All right, make no mistake, boys. And I know we had Coach Miller here last week, and he's going to tell you the same thing up until Friday. But this is no easy game, guys, and this is going to be a tough one, and it's only going to get tougher from here. So put one foot in front of the other. Good day of practice. Move the change, short passes, but let's do that and Coyotes win.
Yes, sir. I agree with you, Chance. The Warhorses are for real on both sides of the ball. I think Willie, the opposing teams have combined for 12 points total so far on all 4 games. They blanked one game just off the top of my head. Yeah. We need to come out swinging right out of the gate on offense. Defense is going to continue to make stops. I see, even though they're scoring points, I see our defense is like making stops when we need to make those stops. We keep doing that. It's going to be a hostile environment to play in. It's going to be loud, but mighty Coyotes all the way, man.
Yeah, the Coyotes have had a great week of practice, so I've heard, and so I think they're ready. I think Coach Miller's got them. They know Divine's a good football team. It's a great warm up for their first district game, which will be in a couple weeks. So Uvalde all the way.
I'll tell you what. I feel confident that Uvalde can pull this off. Well, Uvalde.
Well, I'm gonna pick the Coyotes. There's no doubt. I'm not going to go against them. But, we played them in 2020. We lost 49-48. It was, we got a false start on a PAT to make us go into overtime. Everybody knows Divine. They're recruiting oil field people. My God, they're cheaters. I don't know. Yes. Everybody knows that about them. I don't cater in Divine, so I'm not really worried about that over there.
I think your area is getting smaller and smaller, man.
I'm not worried.
Well, maybe Dehennis, you might be able to get that far.
Well, that's the bricklayers.
That's
What
a
are you talking about? Those are my kind of
thing.
people.
Gas prices are high, stay local. Yeah.
To me, it's a revenge game because that was a tough game. Those kids are well coached and they're a good ball club. But yeah, Coyotes all the way.
Absolutely, go Yotes.
Uvalde, and I only differ one game with Mr. Cano. I think I'm lucky in all things except blackjack. That's why I didn't have a good time in Vegas. So I think we're good. Yes, I feel confident in my picks. Then you definitely Uvalde.
Awesome.
All right. Well, that's going to be a big game on Friday night. I'm sure the stands will be packed. You'll have programs to buy. Concession stand will be packed and be ready for you. And Coyotes will show up and get the W. So we have. I do want to point out we have one gift that was brought to us by the athletic department at the high school. We got a brand new sign behind us. Mr. Harvey Kinslow, Here Come the Coyotes. Sign and probably a pretty good omen for Friday night too. I think so. Here come the Coyotes. We want to thank the athletic department for adding that in. We've got some great decorations, and the athletic department, they've stepped up. They really have.
Yeah, Harvey Kinslow was one of the finest people to ever walk the streets of Uvalde.
Absolutely,
he was a great man.
And Annette Cardenas is the straw that stirs the drink over there at the athletic department.
Absolutely.
So thank you,
She
Annette.
never gets enough credit of what she does.
Well, do we have any winners that have chimed in? No winners. Mr. Edwards,
No
you want to
winner.
answer? If you got the answer, you want to answer this?
Yeah, Marvelous Marvin Gustafson came here from Divine.
Coach Gus came here from Divine. Yeah, that was
Yes.
I don't know if that was his first stop, but it was his earlier stop anyway from Uvalde.
When was it?
That was
Well,
probably
he
like
was here for
like 67, 66, 67 when I was in high school.
Through 70.
Well, he was here for 72.
No, he was there. He was there other than that because he was there most of my high school time.
Yeah, because my dad played for him, and he's a little older.
And he left here and went on and did a few great things.
And had a couple sons that did the same
Yeah.
too.
Yeah, absolutely.
He was such a great guy. Gus was to me. I didn't play football. I could see myself heading to that interior line, and that just seemed like a lot of work. So I was like, I'm gonna hunt in the fall, and I'll play golf in the spring. And but anyway, Coach Gus was always the first person to ask me, what I shot at the golf tournament, and he knew I supported all those guys on the team. And anyway, he's just a good guy.
Uvalde had lost their previous 4, and when he got here, he turned that around and won one. So Uvalde lost the previous one at Divine here a couple years ago in a very close game, but I think Coach Miller's going to turn that around for us Friday night. So
it ought to be fun.
You want to know my relevant fun fact I learned last week?
Yes.
So Mayor Don McLaughlin, his father was a football coach when they moved to Uvalde, and he was Judge Mitchell's football coach.
Oh.
Yeah.
Football's got a lot of ties in this
that.
community. That's for sure.
Oh, wow.
Well, we want to sing our way out of here tonight?
You want us to sing the fight song first?
What do you want? What
I think we need the fight song rendition by you two, and
then Mr. Newsy, we are disappointed that nobody seems to know.
Nobody knows it. I guarantee you, Brody doesn't know the fight song.
Yeah,
I guarantee you.
I guarantee you.
And I tried.
I guarantee his mom knows it. But
when I was in high school,
she was singing it for me, and I was going,
You quit.
I can follow
You just don't
along,
want to
but
sing.
I couldn't sing the whole thing. She knows
So
word
when
for word.
I was up to high school, I tried to teach. But anyway, here we go.
My mom will still do the cheers.
The pom-pom.
No, she'll still do it. She's got all the kicks and everything. You bet.
All right, here we go. Cheers, cheers for you, Valley High. Send all those praises up into the sky. Send that football down the field. Don't let a war horse interfere. We never stagger, we never fall. We always get there with that football. All you kids from UMass, we're all out to win this game.
There you go. There were a lot of us singing
There's
that song.
another famous
and I'm not even